a little bit more tips on how I manipulate men, because I want you girls to break their ego before you ask for something.
How to manipulate women. Fake your personality.
I married a pop culture deity. He came before Satan.
Easy love spell. Last name, birth date on tag.
Telling them you see them as a sister or a brother.
If a girl starts to go cold on you in real life or over text, this means that she likes you.
Hey guys, it's Misha and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at some TikTok dating advice. But before we start, please make sure you are subscribed and have hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos.
This is dark psychology and this is going to make her think about you non-stop. So when you're talking or texting a girl in a casual manner, I want you to wait for a break in the conversation and then say, hey, there's something I want to tell you. And then right after that, just say, oh no, never mind, it's not worth it.
Are you 5? Don't actually communicate like an adult. Act like a kid and play these mind games. I have something important to tell you. Oh, never mind. Now they're wondering, what is it? What am I going to say? Dude, any normal woman would be like, okay, that's weird. Wasting my time. I mean, is this advice on how to stay single? So this is the 4B movement, which originated in Korea. And women are refusing to date men, sleep with men, marry men, or have children with men.
Don't all straight women already have their backup platonic wife picked out? I know I do. One of my besties and I, we already pinky promised on it. We're both married to amazing men. But if anything ever happens, we want none of what's out there left over. I'd rather be alone. I love me. I love my own company. But you know what's even better than that? Hanging out with a bomb-ass girlfriend, platonic wife. We're gonna have sleepovers. We're gonna eat cookie dough. We're gonna do whatever the we want to do. And shout out to the 4B movement. You go, girls. But seriously, have you not picked out your platonic future wife yet? You need to get on that. Snatch a good one while you can.
That's your best friend. Those are things best friends do, which is great. Fantastic. But what is this if something were to happen? Are we talking about, God forbid, a partner passes away and you're saying you would rather just, hang out more with your friend? Or are we talking about something goes wrong in the relationship? I'm already planning on being with my best friend, because that's really odd. That's like going to your husband and saying things are really great right now, but if anything, actually, you're not even going to him and saying that. You're making a TikTok about it. So you're going to be saying, yeah, well, if anything were to happen in this relationship, if things don't work out, it would be so much better to just be with my best friend. And of course, spending time with your best friend is amazing, but it's not the same as having a romantic relationship. There are also people who claim they have married a fictional character, okay? Spiritually.
Guys, I married a pop culture deity before I never told y'all. He came before Satan. He came before Loki.
Wait, you were married to Satan? I'm married to Dabby from MHA. Oh, I know this one. My Hero Academia. Anime watcher here. No, not so much anymore, but she's married to him. How?
He came before Apollo. He was my first ever spouse.
We always talk about male loneliness epidemic, which is obviously a huge problem. There's also female loneliness epidemic. I think it's quite evident. If we're at a point where people are marrying fictional characters.
3 dark seduction tricks to get someone to chase you. 1. Tell them why you could never be together. Maybe they're too young or you're in the same friend group. This is called the forbidden fruit effect. We want something.
Right. I think I get the pattern here. Whatever you're thinking, whatever you want to actually say, do the opposite. If you like someone, make sure you act like you don't like them at all. If you want to text someone, don't text them. If you are texting someone, tell them you have something really important to say and then disappear. And then that person's gonna fall in. No.
Telling them you see them as a sister or a brother. This enrages people. And from that point on, they start acting anything but like a sibling to you.
Please listen to me. 99.9% of the time, if a woman tells you that she sees you as a brother, or if, I don't think this happens as much, but if a man says he sees you as a sister, they're trying to tell you, I'm not interested, let's be friends, okay? I hate these TikToks because now people are going to be thinking, oh, well, actually, this is all a mind game. Why would you come to that conclusion? If someone says, I see you as a sibling, use your common sense. This person's not interested. And if you like someone, don't tell them you see them as a sibling.
How to manipulate women. Fake your personality. It sounds crazy, but it is what it is. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All you gotta do, right, It's just ask her what's her type.
That way, you can become a completely different person. You can have this persona. It's not really you. It's just what you think that other person's going to be attracted to. Okay, got it. And then if that person actually gets with you and you start dating, let's say you even get married, what then? So you have two options. You can either keep pretending, which sounds like a miserable existence. If, let's say, you are with a person that doesn't even know the real you and you have to keep up with that facade forever. Or, and if that's the case, I don't even know what's the point of being in a relationship. Or you can then show your true colors after you've gotten that person to date you, in which case they will probably leave. Because what you've done is you've simply wasted both your time because you weren't being honest. You were pretending to be someone you're not. What is the point? Unless, of course, the goal is just to get in their pants, which is what we're hearing from a lot of these TikTokers, the male ones too, the male whores. And in that case, that's a different story. But that just makes it more immoral.
2, make plans with her.
Kicking it, good vibes, and then boom, you get a call and say, it's business, you gotta go handle it, right? So now she gonna get this idea that you this busy man and that your time is valuable.
Never compliment her too much. Keep it at a bare minimum, right?
If a girl starts to go cold on you in real life or over text, this means that she likes you.
He said this, but he actually means that he's actually in love with me. It's like it always comes to the same conclusion. They're in love with you. If they literally go up to you and they say, I hate you, I do not like you. If they block you, if they don't give you the time of day, they never respond, they never want to talk to you, they're in love with you. They're obsessed with you. A very weird coping mechanism where the TikToks list some behavior that very obviously indicates the person is not interested and that you should move on. And they actually say this means they like you. It's just going to prolong the suffering. You really should move on. If a person is not talking to you, you can tell that they're not really interested. Take the hint.
Easy love spell. Write first, last name, birth date on tag, where at night on period. Wait 2 days.
1, first and last. Your name. Rub it all over your body. Whatever parts of the body you want to rub it. Giving it your vibration.
I feel like our generation especially, we're always talking about respecting boundaries, right? Consent. Meanwhile, we have witches. I guess there's probably some wizards out there too. Who knows? Talking about love spells, love potions, trying to force someone to like them through magic, manipulating people straight up and being proud of it too. Like, these are my manipulation techniques that I've learned through the years. Seems to be toxic relationships they've been through. And now they're bragging about being able to manipulate their partner. Scary facts about women. Okay. Number 1, a woman's heart is 4 times softer than a man's heart. Oh, that is quite scary. I did not know that. Are we talking about like the consistency of the organ? What?
So what is it that you look for in a guy? Like, what kind of qualities do you like in a man? Rather than give him a literal cheat sheet on how to manipulate you, I'm going to tell you how you're going to answer that question. You're going to tell him, how about you show me who you are, and then I'll let you know if you're the kind of guy I'm looking for. Stay woke.
Okay, so what I think is happening here is that she's been watching too many of these TikToks because there are a lot of men, like the dating coaches, never seem to have a ring on their finger, by the way. But anyways, she's been watching a lot of those videos. She now thinks, oh wow, okay, all men are crazy manipulators. I'm not going to be honest either, and I'm going to also play these mind games and stoop to their level. I don't think you have to be paranoid about this.
As a relationship therapist, I've literally spent my career studying the art of attraction. When you see them in person, you are going to act so genuinely excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see you and catch up on all the things we talked about last time. You're probably thinking, but Kimberly, like, shouldn't I be playing it cool? Like, shouldn't I be waiting for them to come and talk to me? And the answer is absolutely not. You're gonna treat them like you have a very special connection. And this is because our brains are psychologically primed to like people more when we know that they like us and think we're a good person.
Or, crazy idea, wait until you have a connection with them and then you can express that connection. No, instead what you're gonna do is you're gonna pretend, hi, I'm so happy to see you. If you're not happy to see them, don't give them the impression that you are. Once again, like you're actually dating them, hi. If you don't like them that much and you're only pretending to have that much joy when you see them, right? They're gonna be a little confused when you finally start dating and you're just like, oh, yeah, I like you, but yeah. That was all for show. That was all part of my manipulation tips I got from the TikTok dating coach.
In your conversation, you are going to point out something that is similar about both of you. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we both have a sister.
Oh my goodness, we both have eyes. We're both on planet Earth. Or figure out what you really do have in common. Get to know the person first. Games are for children. If you're an adult, act like an adult. Be direct with the person you're interested in. But if you do want to be single, I think you should definitely listen to these TikToks. Yeah. And also, I do think that they're good for another thing. You could notice these manipulation tactics in the people you date and stay away from them.
This is one of the darkest manipulation techniques that someone can use to make you fall in love with them. This is very toxic and I don't recommend using it, but I want you to be aware of it. You need to create a pattern of giving pleasure and validation. Then you need to break it. You need to pull away, be cold, be distant. When you treat someone like shit, it makes their self-esteem go down, and the only thing that can make it go up again is you.
4 first date tips, girl edition. Number 1, always offer to pay. Like, do a reach at least, because if you don't offer, you're ungrateful and you're entitled.
Imagine you reach to pay, like you don't plan on paying, but you reach because you saw this TikTok and you've been told you have to, and he's just like, and you actually end up having to pay unless you just like pull back, like, are you not gonna pay? Like, if he's fine with paying, let him pay.
To get someone completely obsessed with you, you have to start obsessing with yourself. I'm always the top priority. I'm always the first and only choice. I have people kiss the ground that I walk on because I'm that bitch. Keep saying it to yourself in the mirror every day.
A little bit more tips on how I manipulate men. Y'all just have to be bold for this and make it sound very innocent. You do not want to offend him. We can do this with their baby voices.
Our what? Baby voices?
If he's a doctor, you can use his strengths against him. Like, he's super smart. You can say, babe, I know you're just a doctor, but no, you're just a doctor, but do you know anything about this? He's gonna be like, yeah, just because I'm a doctor doesn't mean I don't know. He will give you full-on details on everything. He'll probably even do research to tell you.
What she's saying is go, goo goo gaga, I don't understand nothing. I know you're just a doctor, but can you help me?
Use these guys' strengths to their advantage to get what you want out of them. For example, if he used to have a really abusive dad, you can call him later on in the relationship. This is all fake. You can make up a fake story and be like, baby, I just got off the phone with my dad and he was yelling at me and he told me like he's not paying my car insurance anymore. It's all a big ass mind game. Yeah, use their strengths against them, their weaknesses against them, because I want you girls to break their ego before you ask for something. So let's say before you ask for a phone or something to get paid, you can be like, babe, back then, did they have phones?
If that works, I want you to ask yourself why you're into men who are attracted to a complete imbecile. Babe, were there dinosaurs when the first iPhone was created? Like, if you're with a man that likes that, I guess to each their own. But if you don't want to attract that kind of guy, then don't act like that. You know, but I guess her goal is to use men for their money and to manipulate them to get money. So yeah, I guess we can't really take it too seriously here. And then some of the men are using, I guess they don't say it, but I'm sure that it's for just for sleeping with the women. I don't think they're looking for anything serious. That's my guess. Don't take this advice. And remember, there's literally no point in being with someone that you cannot be yourself with. You have to pretend to be someone you're not. And constantly in the back of your mind, think about how you're supposed to be acting, how you're supposed to be standing, how you're supposed to be talking, manipulating them. It's terrible. It's immoral and also a waste of time. And if you keep attracting terrible people, it might be you. You might be attracted to a certain type of person. You gotta look into that first. And that's all for today's video, guys. Please let me know what you think about these videos in the comments below. Also remember to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. You can also follow me on my other social media platforms that's in the description. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.